Hello, everyone. Welcome to our beautiful day of unicorn hugs. It's all about the unicorns today. Oh, maybe this is better with the audio. Sorry about that. How is everyone doing this morning? Welcome. I have done a little bit of pre-work, but not much. Okay, I promise it wasn't much, but I realize I have 1 hour to do my card, and I realize I love talking. And even though it goes beautifully one and one together, unfortunately, if I only have 1 hour and I want to complete the card, that is not a good mix. So I am gonna start up with saying Kimmy let us know she only has a handful left of the unicorn hugs. So if you want to get your hands on this beautiful set, and let me tell you, not because I am a crafty girl, this really is so cute. You guys are gonna love it. Of course, it is the usual amazing quality that we always get with Crafting Kimmy. You get, let me show you. You get these cute little four of these beautiful unicorns. So sorry, I'm trying to get my phone here so I can see your comments. Okay, so you get this one that is like prancing. This one is looking up. Oh my God, did I not realize that there were teeny tiny fairies? Where have I been? Those are so cute. You get 3 fairies. You get a couple of stars. You get this one that is like kind of like giggling and laying down. And then you got this one that is on 2 feet. Aren't they just precious? And then you get, hope your day is magical, make a wish, I love you more than unicorns, sending you unicorn hugs, which unicorn hugs is the name of the set, and to a rare and special find. And then if you buy the bundle, then you get some of the most beautiful paper, and it's just perfection to match with it. It really is. They are double-sided. It's kind of hard to pick which side we're going to be using. I love this gray. It's just like a really, really dark gray. And then you on the other side, you get all the unicorn, all the rainbows and the sun and the little flower. Oh, this one is the same one as this one. Then you get this one with the book, and look at those. Like it's super adorable. It really is. This is the back. Then you get these that if you want to fussy cut them, or you could put them in your scan and cut machine and cut them out. If you do cut them out, look at all the amount of ephemera you could have. And then the background is this beautiful distressed light gray. So cute. And then look at this one. Oh, I love the book. And then look at that back. Oof. And I think Danielle is using this paper, if I'm not mistaken. And then you get these. Okay, so these I think will make the most beautiful, cute little ephemera cards. Like, and then you get the flowers on the back. So that one is a lot of fun. So far, I have decided that I'm going to use this one. Even though these are supposed to be like, just like little rainbows, I think. I see them and I immediately thought clouds. Am I the only one thinking clouds when I see them? Let me know what you see when you are checking these out. Welcome to everyone. If you just join us, if you're watching this on the replay, let me know later and just write hashtag replay. I'm trying to make sure that I do have my comments set up, so if you guys leave me any comments, we can check out. Okay, so I told you I did a little bit of pre-work, not much. What I did do was I did stamp and heat emboss 2 of my unicorns. So I ended up using the one that is like prancing and the one that is on 2 legs, because I thought they look like they're interacting with each other, like they're playing, horsing around, right? And we are gonna watercolor them. So I wanted to make sure that, one, I don't like heat embossing because of the noise of this camera, and second, I didn't want to have to stamp it and then have to wait for it to dry to watercolor them. I am using the Prima pastel. These are the vintage pastel by Prima. They I think they're sold by under Art Philosophy. Great starting set for watercolors if you have not tried them. They are very opaque. I sometimes think of them more like especially this vintage pastel, more like a gouache than a watercolor, but they are sold as watercolors. So this collection, I fell and now it gets sometimes stuck like that. Okay, there you go. And I try to keep these in the order that I have my little color chart. So again, these colors, look how beautiful they match the paper. So if you do have the vintage pastel by Prima or Art Philosophy, they go perfectly with the bundle. So if you have the vintage pastel, also get the paper, because you're gonna be so amazed how it's like they got the colors from the vintage pastel to do these papers. Okay, so I am gonna start by activating my colors. I have no idea what colors really I'm gonna use, so I'm gonna activate most of them. I know for a fact I want to make sure that I get that apple blossom and the dark rose, and maybe even the dusty mauve. I probably gonna end up adding water to everything. Yep, I did. Okay, and I did add a little too much water to my stone gray, so I am getting a pipette that is completely empty, and I'm just pressing it and then sucking in a little bit of the water before it just gets too wet. Okay, I'm going to put those aside and let's talk about the card. So we are going to be doing something called it's a quick fun fold, but it's called a long fold. Super easy. There's multiple variations in the internet, and you start with a long piece that is 11 inches by 4¼ inches. Okay, that's what you're gonna do. And then the first thing that you're gonna do is you are gonna cut on the 11-inch side at 5.5, and you're gonna go 2.1/8 inches deep. So again, it's the middle by the middle. So this is 11, so you're gonna go to the middle, which is 5.5, and you're gonna cut only till the middle here, which is 2.1/8. Okay, so and then that piece is gonna pull out, and I have it already set up here. So let me get that. So this is it. So I went to 5.5, cut until 2.1/8, and this piece just falls off. Okay, and then I just scored. Okay, so you're gonna have this piece right here, and now here is the beauty of this fold. There is a couple things that you could do. So you can do, so you have this leftover, you see it right here, that you have this little leftover here. This is gonna fold underneath, and then you are gonna have a flap that goes this way and a flap that goes this way. So this card could look like this, where this flap is all the way to the bottom, This flap could go right here, where is making a crisscross. This flap could go in the middle, and then you have this. So you have a few variations. Not only that, but that is for a top fold. You could do a landscape and do the same thing. So this could be here, here, it could be here. And all we're doing is we're gonna fold right here at the 4 1/4, okay? Which is, depending how you're holding your card, either the width or the height. Hello, everyone. Oh my God, finally my comments are coming in. Hello, Melanie. Hello, Patty. Hello, everyone. How is my finger feeling? Okay, so I'm getting a little bit back of mobility, but it's still a little bit of a struggle to like hold stuff. Like I still don't have the dexterity on it that I originally had on my thumb. But last night I cut my point finger on that hand. So with a die cut, like it just opened up a little bit. So now I don't have the pinching, like now I'm really struggling with the pinching. So oh, your regular set starts tomorrow. Welcome, welcome, Lynn. Okay, so now that you have these two pieces, I haven't decided where I'm gonna go, but I think I'm gonna go right about here. So I got a little bit of this peeking out, and let's go to that part. Well, so we're gonna use, let's see, what paper do we want to use? Because I want to use this one with this paper, which is a different variation of the same card. This one, instead of being a top fold card, it was a side fold card, and I cut it in the half. Well, I meant to cut it in the half, didn't cut it exactly in the half, but that's fine. But then this one is going to turn, instead of this one being a flap, it's going to be right here. So this, that you get. You see that? How pretty. So that is kind of cool. Okay. So I really want this one to be down here because this cardstock is like a couple of shades darker than this pattern paper, but it's like about the same. And I really like that. So we're going to have two different variations. Okay. But again, super easy card to do. And it's kind of like a fun card because it looks very like fancy card, even though you did not put that much. There's not that many cuts. There is not that much more paper other than your regular card. So that is fantastic. I love it. Thank you so much. Aren't those colors beautiful? Girl, I think so. I have never cut myself with a die cut. It is the first time ever that I have cut myself with a die cut. I was in shock. I could not believe it. I was like, well, wait, what? You can cut yourself with a die cut? I understand that they cut paper, but I didn't think, like, literally the die cut just fell on my finger and it just cut me. I know. Crafting is dangerous. I think I may need to start putting a caution on my video. You know, caution. Crafting may be dangerous. Okay, so I think I'm going to use this one. So this is the trick to this card inside, okay? So we are going to cut these. Let me get my stamp set out of there so we are flat. Okay, so we are going to cut this piece to be, okay, so our card is going to be a top fold. So it's going to be 4 by 5 1/4, okay? And I actually want to use this flower in the bottom. So I'm going to turn it over to get my 5 1/4 from there. Okay. Okay. Now that you're here, so this is what we're going to be doing. This is going to be my, see how this is going to be my back? But this is also going to be my front. So, yes, I know, a little confusing, but just go with me, okay? So this, we are going to cut to 2 inches right here. 2 inches. Oh, wait, 1 7/8, not 2 inches, 1 7/8, almost. 1 7/8. Okay, 1 7/8. That guy is going to be here. And you see what a perfect little frame you get all around. And then this guy, I'm going to swap it, and it's going to go down in here. Check it out. Isn't it a fun card? Hey, Linda, welcome. So right now, all I have used is one A2 card base in one piece of 4 by 5 1/4. And look at all the dimension and fun that we have, okay? Like, I love this type of card. I really do. So I am going to just add a little bit of glue and start gluing. Don't worry, Kim. No worries. By the way, Kim, I meant to, and I will send you a message to let you know. So my dog used to have, this was many, many years ago. She was with us when Bianca was a baby. She had an enlarged heart. Mimi will be fine. You just need to keep track of a few things and be looking for some special things, okay? But I'll talk to you, send you a text to talk about it, and if you want to call me, that is perfectly fine, because it's doable. It's doable. Our puppy was also, when we adopted her, she was already sick, and it was either us or that was it. And we were like, no, my husband fell in love with her immediately. I always tell everyone, it is the only blonde that I was okay with my husband falling in love with. She was a Cocker Spaniel Poodle, so it's a cockapoo. And oh my God, that girl had the most glorious blonde hair. We would wash it with, what's that fancy, shampoo for the hair? Like, I can't remember the name. Like, it's like people's hair. Like, we would wash it with that because her hair was just so luscious, and I was a little envious of her. So yeah. How is everyone doing? Yes, I know. Akakapu, she was gorgeous. Like, her hair, we had her hair all the way set up onto the floor, so when she walked, she looked like she was floating. Oh my God, the most gorgeous dog I have ever had was my sweet Buffy. She was gorgeous, and she was such a good dog. Like, we never had any problems with her. She was just always checking on us, and oh my God, she had this thing that she would do which cracked us up at night when she was about to go to sleep. So she was blind and deaf too. So again, a lot of health issues. So this is the part that I am, oh, my heavenies should be look like that, but yes. So this is the the piece that we're gonna cross over here. So this is at 4 1/4. So I am gonna do a little bit more, like a little extra than 4 1/4. And I know I'm gonna have, so 4 1/4 is right here. I'm gonna do one extra line just because I prefer for it to be some hang than I don't have enough. Does that make any sense? Because you know, when you go over the fold, you lose a little cardstock. So I just want to make sure that I have extra and not enough. Okay. So I was saying that she had this thing that she would do at night, which we thought it was hilarious, when she was ready to go to sleep, and she would go and count everyone. She was blind and deaf, but she could smell you, and she would know, okay, here's mama, here's papa, here's the baby. And once she found all three of us, she will go to her bed and go to sleep. If there was a visit staying with us, she would the first thing that she did when people came in was that she would get their, she would make sure that she had the smell right. And she would come and check everyone. And she would count. And we tell people when she was counting, because you could tell her that she was checking on people. When she was counting, I would tell people, do not move. Because if she counts you and then finds you again and counts you, she has to start all over again. She was so cute. I miss her so much. She was a beauty. She was with us until she was 17 and a half. So, oh my God, cutest pupper ever, I tell you. Okay, so this is going to be so this is the little leftover that was from the 6x6. Remember that we started? Okay, so we are going to go at 4 1/4, and I'm going to just go down to 4 1/8, okay? And I'm cutting at 4 1/8. And did you notice that I switch it so I still have my flower? So this could be right here, or we could do the books, but the books in this case are going to be flipped over. But again, remember that this could be a turnover, but I want to do the flowers because I think it goes better with the direction. I am so excited with everyone's projects for Unicorn Hogs. This is such a cute set. It really is. Again, like I was saying at the beginning of the video, and it's not because I'm a crafty girl, which I'm so excited, but such a sucker for unicorns. And I was looking, I have no idea what was happening to me in terms, I think I was so excited that there were unicorns. Again, unicorns, yetis, all of the fantastical and magical stuff. It's and fairies are of my favorites. And I'm just putting some pressure so we make sure that that paper is not going anywhere. I didn't realize we got 3 tiny fairies. They're so cute. Okay, so now we have to decide if I think I'm kind of gonna go right here. It's not in the middle, but it's a little bit down. That makes sense. Now that's where I'm gonna glue it. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn it around, and I am just gonna add glue to that flap, and I'm gonna fold and hold, okay? And I'm gonna put some pressure with my bone folder. I know the fairies are so cute. Okay, there is like maybe a 1/32 of an inch left of like leftover, and I'm gonna try to trim it. So I'm keeping my card close and just trimming. It really, you didn't even had to trim it because it was so little you can't even tell. Okay, that is done. There's a little thread here of like a hair of cardstock. Okay, so here's our card. Our card will open like this, and then you get this, and then you write here. You could put a piece of white. You could put a piece of white all the way down. I know. Okay, yes. So there they are. So now that my watercolors should be more than activated, they should be ready to start coloring. So let's do a little bit of moving around. Like I said, I can't even believe how perfect the colors go. The colors in the vintage palette for the Prima go just perfectly. Like they are the same colors. So if you have the vintage palette from Prima or Art Philosophy, which is the same brand, you need this bundle. You really do. Okay, I'm gonna reach a little bit. Sorry that I'm reaching over. I'm gonna start with my round 2. This is my favorite. What am I gonna do? I have no idea how I'm even gonna color them because I was so excited. I color them in so many ways already that I don't know how to color them anymore. I do know that I want them to stay white. So I know that I want to use, and let me use the right naming convention for the colors. I know I want to use the stone gray, which is this guy here, or the suede, or maybe a mix of the two. So I'm gonna take my paintbrush into the suede, and just without cleaning it or anything, I'm gonna touch stone gray because there's like the two of them are like a little bit, and like I mentioned, if you like, so these are sold as watercolor, but I really think they're more like a gouache because they're very, very opaque. But the colorings are beautiful. Okay, so this is pretty dark. I don't know if you guys can tell how dark it is, but it's pretty dark. So I'm gonna add a touch up here where my palette is clean, and I'm gonna add water. Okay, because I just want a wash. And for a wash, you want a lot of water. Lots of water, very little coloring. Okay, and then I'm gonna touch to my hand. That's how I control my water. That way I know if I have too much water or too little water. When I touch it here, I'm like, oh yeah, that's a good amount. So I am gonna start coloring. I am gonna go right where all my shadows should be. So down here on the belly, one side of the leg, this whole leg, because it's like you're seeing it from underneath, and then the rump, right here on the neck, right underneath that beautiful mane. I love these. So for our high school, we are the Mustangs. So we are always coloring different types of horses with the kids. So it's kind of funny that we got these unicorns because I immediately went like, yes! Manes and beautiful tails. That is, I dig all that. Okay. Very, very little color. It's gonna be super hard for you to see the coloring on this, but it is there. Hopefully you guys can see it. Okay, and I don't know why my video is not going. Give me 1 second because I think my headphones connected again to my... No, my headphones should not be connected. I've been having horrible issues with YouTube and Facebook. Like I can't. Oh, you can see it. Oh, good, good. So now I'm gonna let that dry a little bit, okay? And I'm gonna move to the mains. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna actually move to the hoops, okay? So I'm gonna grab, remember that dark gray that we made? Okay, so I'm gonna touch it to my black, and literally I am gonna put, guys, not kidding, like barely gonna touch the tip, and I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna mix it up. Because remember, this is our first touch of every color, like our first wash. And I'm just doing the hoofs, okay? And I'm actually coloring the whole hoof, because then I will add a highlight with my gel pen later, okay? You could leave the highlight now. I sometimes like to do that. It just looks so, it gives a little different touch, okay? So there's our hooves. And now I'm just going to start coloring the mains. All I did was I dried out my my paintbrush. If it has a little bit of darkness in, like that gray in here, I'm okay with it. If you want to use water and just clean it up, that is fine too. I tend not to clean my paintbrush too much when I'm coloring, and the reason is because I like the look of all my colors having something to do with each other. So there's a little bit of my previous color on my next color. I think I want to go with terracotta, which is a very misleading name because this is nothing. Like this is more like a little light peach. And again, super opaque. I don't want that opaqueness in my color. Again, I keep saying this is more like a gouache than anybody else. Okay, that is a lot of water. So I'm going to keep tapping until I see what I usually like. And I'm going to come with, should we do, you know what? I'm not going to do rainbow color. What? I know. Don't scream too loud because I'm not following rainbow color, okay? Do you know? Okay, so I learned about rainbow color when my daughter was little. That thing, they never taught us that in Puerto Rico, rainbow color. Like, you knew what a rainbow looked like, but nobody taught you the rainbow colors. So I'm like, when my daughter came with the, what is it, Roy Big, I was like, what the hell are you talking about, girl? I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking. Like, I was completely and absolutely like lost, 100% lost. I was like, I have no clue what my daughter is talking about. I had to search it, and I was like, I sent an email to the teacher, and I'm like, I don't know what she's saying. She's actually not saying a word. She's just mumbling, because that's all I heard. Hey, sister, how are you? So when she was like, Mom, but you have to do, what is it, Roji Big, right? And I was like, baby, I don't know what that is. So don't scream too loud because we're not using Roji Big. Okay, I'm going to get a little bit of the yellow, which is called Golden Glow. I'll put it right here. And since it's so little amount here in the stamp, I'm actually going to color it full strength. So it's going to be a little bit opaque, but it's okay. And you're not going to know because it's just such a tiny little amount. Okay. And I'm actually going to go in this big part on her tail. I'm going to color with the yellow. And yes, I am coloring the same colors in the same order. I immediately saw them. I was like, oh my God, these are like twin sisters playing around. So that's where I'm going with this. Okay, so now I am thinking, I know right? So the bundle, Brenda, the bundle comes with the paper and the stamps. Let me show you the whole stamps, Brenda, so you can see it. I'm like, this is really up your alley, girl. So you get 4 unicorns, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sentiments, 2 little stars, and 3 tiny fairies. Let me do a close-up on the fairies, because I'm like, look at those fairies. Like, ugh, they're so cute. Like, this is really up your alley, girl. And there's only a handful left of them, and literally a handful. So, okay, so we are gonna go, I think we need to go with Breezy, which is this blue down here. And I'm gonna put a little bit here. I'm gonna get a little bit of that gray. There it is. And then I'm gonna do the blue right here. Oh, she's so cute. Okay. Oh my God, she is adorable. Okay. And let's see. What else do we have? I do want to add an extra color, which I think I'm going to go. You guys all know me. I am not a big lilac color. Look, I didn't even put water in the lilac. That's how bad I am. Okay, so I'm going to use the mauve, which is a little bit like a lighter color lilac. I'm terrible. I'm trying to be better, but I am really not a purple person. But I'm working, okay? I'm working on myself. So I'm coming with the tiny bits that are here and there. And I'm gonna put a little bit of the mauve right here. And then I think I want to put a little bit of that peach here too on this tail. Okay. I really like the colors right now. Okay. So I'm going to go back to my gray and to my wash of my gray, which is just water added to my gray. Okay. And I'm going to come back to my, okay. So let me show you where we are right now. Okay. I know I love that mauve. Okay. So let me show you where we are right now. This is where we are right now, which I am loving it. But I think I need a little bit more contrast on the bodies of my unicorns. I am a person that loves big contrast in her watercolor. If you are not one person that loves big contrast, this could be your stopping point. Because this is adorable. It really is. You just don't need anything else. But I like a little bit more of an oomph. Okay, wait, there you go. I want a little bit extra, and I'm barely touching, like I am right next to the line. Okay, so I am going a little bit more closer to the line. And this leg down here, I'm going a little bit thicker just because I'm gonna have a bigger shadow. Same thing with the belly. Okay, and I'm gonna just get a little tiny bit, just like barely. I'm like literally barely going right next to the lines. Okay, and this helps a lot that we did heat embossing, because my heat embossing is keeping me from going into the next color. Okay, so I am barely. I used to hate yellow when I was 4. My family rams. Really? Oh, yellow is my favorite. So it was funny because my friend Lynn made a hop where we had to use our least favorite color, right? And my least favorite color is, like I mentioned, purple, right? And my favorite color is yellow. Can you believe that everyone in the hop pick for the least favorite, either purple or yellow, which purple and yellow are opposite on the color wheel. So that to us was, we were laughing so hard. We're like, oh my God, I can't believe how opposite we are. but the entire hub was either purple or yellow. And I was like, oh God. Like, okay. So I'm going to show you how it looks now. So there's a little bit more oomph. Now that this is here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my wash and I'm going to just dab it next to it. And I'm going to add a drop of water. So I am making a wash out of my wash. And why am I doing that? Okay, see those lines are a little bit harsh. So I am going to blend them in. Okay, so I am touching it to my hand and now I'm just going to dab. Okay, dab. And it's here and there. I am not doing it everywhere. Just dabbing little dots. You can do it like this so you get perfect little dots, or you can do it sideways. I'm doing it sideways so you guys can see it better because I'm filming from the top. And if I go like this, I'm going to be covering most of the image. Okay. So this is going to add, one, it's going to add texture to your image. And two, it's going to blend those colors much better. You can even do dots within your tail with that gray. That is a beautiful gray. So I'm going to add it in my blue and my yellow. And again, please do notice that I am not cleaning my paintbrush at all. Okay. Oh, I love that. I'm going to stop. I am in a place where I am actually loving this, so I don't want to mess it up. I am removing my watercolors out from here because sometimes I put my hand on it and then oh, you guys don't know the things I do. It's not nice. And then I think last thing that I want to do is, how are we going to put that image? How am I on time? Oh, close up. Yes. Oh, thank you, Patty. Here is a close up. I have not colored the horns because I'm going to color them in gold. Okay. So I was thinking of doing like an oval shape so I don't cover all of it. But at the same time, I'm thinking, maybe I want to, what do you guys think? Should I go, how am I on time? Let me know. I am trying to figure out if I want to, cut them out, fussy cut them, which is going to take a little bit longer. Maybe that's not the right thing to do today. Or if I want to do an oval or I want to do a rectangle. The problem with the rectangle is I think it's going to cover a lot of that beautiful pattern paper that we have in the back. Fussy cut. You're fast. I am a fast fussy cutter because I wonder if all people that like fussy cutting actually are fast. Because I think that's one thing. I think that since we like fussy cutting, oh, this fits. But look, this fits. So we are going die cutting. We're going to die cut just because I think I'm almost... Oh, yes, it's 11:41, and I need to make sure that we are done by 12, because our next video, it's at 12. So I don't have... I told you guys, and that was with me doing all the extra setup. I can't stop talking. I have a problem. I can't stop talking. Okay, I'm gonna go to my machine. I'm so sorry I don't have a camera for my machine, So I gotta walk over there. I gotta die cut it and come back to you. The good news is that I can keep talking to you because my headset can go all the way down there. Yay! Okay, here are my little kitty pies. I am right now. They're kind of floating. We can make this be like a cloud, or we can make this. Oh my god, that is so cute. Okay, I'm really digging this. Okay, so I am going to put a little bit of a shadow underneath them just to ground them, because right now they're like floating and they're not Pegasus. Even though, ooh, that would be a good idea, Patty. We should totally try to put some wings into these guys and make them into Pegasus. What do you think? Hi, Lindsay. How are you? Isn't that a beautiful cutout shape? That one is from Mutants Nuke. I don't know if they still have this one because this is their A7 set. So I think they got rid of all their A7. Okay. So there's a little bit of grounding, not too much, but we could have like some curves here that make you think that they're like jumping around on like the clouds. And I'm just freehanding them. They're not hard. And then just to put a few little dots to add texture to them. Again, I'm using those wash colors that we did before. Okay? And then you can bring like some of them coming this way. Right there. And then do a little bit of dotting. Okay? And I think that is a really cute touch to them. And then when it dries out, because watercolors usually dried up a little bit lighter. If they dried up too light, add another layer. Don't be afraid. It's just paper. Okay? Okay. Let me do a close-up and let's move my watercolors again, because I'm telling you, you guys have no idea the amount of times that I have messed up a card just because I kept the watercolors in the way. Okay, so here it is. Can you guys see the clouds? My friend at work was trying to get charting done, but has zero self-control and wouldn't stop talking. I have issues. I know. So that's why I did a lot of my pre-work ahead of time. Because I know I love to talk. I talk all the time. What do you guys think about a little bit of gold thread? You see, and that's my other problem. I struggle when to stop. I keep like, oh, how about this? Oh, what if I add this? Oh, what if I add this? This is just some holographic thread that I found in my amazing thrift store. Oh, guys, that is perfect. Look at this. Just a little bit of gold. A little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it in place. I'm just going to tape it. I'm going to tape it. There you go. That's it. I'm going to tape it. I'm going to make sure that is nice and done. And we are going to go with some foam tape. Okay. Okay. Nice foam tape here and there. I love this foam tape because you literally like touch it with your nail and just peels. I have to figure out what brand that was. We are going to put this right here so we get a few of the flowers. And here we are. How far are we in time? Oh my God, we did so good in time. Yay! I know. I talk so much. I know. But for lives, it's a good thing. So here's how our card is going to open. It's going to open this way. You could put another matte layer here and put a sentiment here. You could put a white piece here. You can write here. Then it opens like this. You could write here. You could put, again, another matte or even copy paper. But it's such a unique way of doing a card. And all we did was we started with an A2 card. That's all the card stood. That was that seafoam green is just one A2 card. And then for the pattern paper, all we did was use one of those 6x6 pages. That's it, people. We cut this one to 4 1/4. Sorry, 4 by 5 1/4. And then the leftover is the one that is right here on the front. I'm telling you, this is the most frugal card that you will ever make. Oh, I need to color the horns. Oh my goodness. Yes, horns. Yikes. Okay, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Okay, these are super old. These are my Pearl X watercolors. There are tons of watercolors that are metallic in everywhere in the world. You know, it's like there's so many. It's insane. I am going to try to do it with my big. And when I say big, it's my 2. It's, I consider it a big one. Okay. So, okay. So here's my 2 round. I usually would do this with my 000 or my 00. So I'm going to try to do this and stay in the lines. Keep your fingers crossed, please. Okay. I'm going to tub it, dab it, dab it, dab it. Okay. That's a lot. Okay. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Okay. The good news is that I just need to touch it to the cardstock. And since it's embossed, it's going to keep me from getting out of everything. Okay. And I just realized, you know what I realized, guys? I think I need some splatter. I know. You see, this is my problem. I don't know when to stop. So I'm going to try to cover them a little bit. So there it is. Eee, so cute. Okay. And a little bit right here. Okay. And I'm going to remove that. And then I'm going to cover them. Kind of cover them right there. And then. Okay. Yes. We needed some of that. And since I do want some around here, I'm just going to. And that's why I'm going up and down. So I get like perfect little, like I splatter it. Okay. Okay. Are you guys ready to see this? And ready to move on to the next video? Because it's time. And I just realized my back ears were not colored. They're colored now. Done. Okay, here it is. Look at that gold splatter. Look at how pretty. And look at the horns. Let me see. Can you guys see them? How shimmery they are? Yay! And my little thread. And it opens. Again, this is a card that you can do in no time. Especially if you also have a jar of die cuts where you have tons of die cuts that are already colored. I have a jar of die cuts. Sometimes I just grab and put. What do you guys think? I really do love these. It turned out so cute. Yes, Carla is up next. So make sure that you go get a potty break or go get a drink and join Carla. Thank you so much. And remember, we have a handful of the bundles and the stamp sets. You really don't want to miss this one because look how pretty they are. Thank you so much. See you in the chat when Carla goes live. Bye. Oh, and remember, there's a sale right now for the critters until Monday morning. There's about 100 plus products right now on sale, celebrating that Minnie is doing so much better. So go check out the sale for at the store. Okay, stencils and stamps are like a bunch of stuff that is in my wish list. Bye.